So I've got the handle scale nice and flat. Actually, this wood used to be a fence post, but it's got some nice, almost like tiger stripes in there, so that's going to look really nice when it's done. So I've got my template there, fresh sandpaper on the disc sander, and I'm just going to go right up to this line there, and that should make a nice fit up against the bolsters. So I've got it test fit together. That's looking pretty good, I think. So yeah, now that's ready to glue up. So I've just got my 24-hour epoxy sitting in some hot water, and that's just because it's really cold, so that'll help make it a bit more runny and easier to work with. So slight problem, there's a bit of a gap or a hole or something in the wood here. It looks fine on this side underneath, just the top, so hopefully I can just fix that. So I've just got a razor and just scraped out any gunk to make it a clean hole. So I'm just going to fill that with some sawdust and some super glue, and hopefully that'll do the trick. You can see there, it's full of sawdust and you can't even tell, so I'll just cover that up with some super glue. So I got the first lot in there, so I'm just going to keep building that up, and that should cover it up quite nicely. Can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Nick Offerman. Sign of a good tradesman isn't necessarily how well they do things, it's how well they cover up their mistakes. So I'm learning how to get better at that, I guess. So I think I got most of the polishing done. There you can see me there. I didn't catch it on camera, but I think I may have just blown up my buffing wheel, buffing machine, whatever you want to call it. But I think I got most of it. If you look closely, I need to do a little bit of work down here, and then there's a little bit along the spine there that needs to be touched up as well. So I'm letting the polishing wheel cool down, and hopefully I haven't broken anything, but I'll come back to it. So this is it overall. It's looking very nice. So I've just wiped it down with some turpentine. That's just to get rid of any dirt or dust or polishing compound or anything. So I'm going to finish the handle using some wipe-on poly, and that's just because, you know, it's a little bit waterproof, a little bit more resilient. Put it on similar to other oils or finishes, so I'll just wipe it on in light coats, and then probably every 2 or 3 coats I'll come back and buff it with some steel wool or some fine grit sandpaper. There we go. It's a bit of a repetitive process, but I'm just going to let that sit there for probably up to an hour in this weather, and then, you know, come back, give it another coat and repeat. Alright, so here she is. Nice. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so overall, very happy with this. Very happy with how that handle came out, with how the bolsters came out. Just got a little bit of a smudge on there. So yeah, in terms of the handle, wipe on poly, and I would put a coat on probably every morning, every night. And you find with wipe on poly, you really need to give it, you know, 8 to 12 hours to dry, just to be safe. So I repeated that, you know, morning and night for, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days, and then gave it maybe another 4 or 5 days to properly, fully harden. And then, yeah, blade came out nicely. My buffing wheel died halfway through, so I was, you know, fiddling around with this thing on a drill. But that's something I think I want to experiment with a little bit more on, getting, you know, finishes or you know, satin or matte or mirror finishes depending on the type of knife. But that's something I want to play around with. But yeah, now I'll probably just put a few nice pictures and nice close-ups. I think that came out quite nice. That's got quite a nice pattern to it. There we go. So I got, you know, almost, I wouldn't call it mirror, but, you know, a bit of a reflective finish on it. So yeah, it's looking quite nice. There we go.